So just a recap. I don't know if anyone knows about what is Model Context Protocol. Basically, it's like an USB for AI, in the sense that's a common interface between the AI LLMs, the AI models, and the AI tools. So one tool uh, can be used for different AI models without any change of line of code, because most of AI models today support uh, MCP servers, the Model Context Protocol. So what I developed was kind of an Omega, but in a MCP approach. So I'm going to share my screen. And okay, so what I mean about that is that Omega interacts with the LLM, right? Now the LLM can interact with Omega or with Napari-MCP, because the LLM can have access to Napari right now, not the opposite way. So I can say here, hey, Claude, can you open Napari for me? Let's reset. Yeah. So Claude has access to a bunch of several tools that can interact with Napari. And one of the most useful tools is to execute code. So I can ask just, can you open a random Gaussian noise image? Yeah, and just like that. And the cool thing is that the MCP servers have built-in image capabilities. So we can pass images through the MCP server. So Napari-MCP also has, okay, uh, Napari-MCP also has vision capabilities. Also can see. So we can just, can you take a screenshot? And for the code is executed, we have access to it. So it's all here. And it can show uh, it can see the image. But that's kind of cheating, because it generated the image. So let's see about open a real data set. Let's close this. Oh. Mm. So let's try if he can figure out what's the cell tracking challenge data set that I'm looking for.
And just a question, like, is there like a file name that will maybe like, hint as to what is the cell tracking challenge, or will actually have to, figure out from the content of the file?
So that's the thing. As cell tracking challenge is a challenge that's been for a long time, and it's and since the models scrapped the whole internet, it actually knows what's a cell tracking challenge. So it could load those. It could figure out which cell tracking challenge data sets I was talking. Oh, and it's already loaded the tracking. So yeah, it didn't let me finish. And yeah, and the other cool thing is that it can install packages. So it can just, if he knew that it could see that it didn't find the ZAR that was required to load this data set. And whoa, I have a install packages too. So I need to install the package ZAR, and it just took over it. So yes, and I can say to him, oh, can you take a screenshot and tell me what you see? Mhm. So it can it can get the sense of what's happening in the image, not only analyzing, but uh, I have this segmentation here. So
Are you gonna ask it to track the data and write its own
oh yes,
algorithm?
yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. And the same way that it can be used for Cloud Desktop, because Cloud Desktop is very cool because it provides access to MCP tools, and we can put Napari-MCP right there. Uh, other other chats like ChatGPT Desktop, Gemini Desktop, they don't provide that, but since they have Codex. Codex is the uh, code agent uh, for OpenAI, but it can access to MCP. So if I don't have access to Claude and I do have access to OpenAI, I can, and the OpenAI Codex can use your subscription, so you don't even need an API key for that. You can just try to open a new. Hey, can you open an Napari? Uh, oh,
Just a quick question, Ilan. I saw that, you
yeah.
asked the cloud to do the cell tracking. And, like now it's taking a while, but it's also explaining, oh, like this is what I'm intending to do now. And so like if see that, what it's attempting to do, it's not exactly what you wanted it to do, but it will take time to complete. Can you kind of say, hey, please stop? That's not exactly what.
Yes, definitely. So just to finish, this is the Napari from Codex. So Codex and Gemini's CLI Cloud Code, they also have. Oh, what happened?
So yeah, it basically works with all the tools that
Yeah.
access to MCP, and you can use it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it tried to create code outside the Napari-MCP environment.
But I think you can ask it to just run that code in Napari, right?
Yeah. Did it generate something? No.
So sometimes you have to be a little bit more, explicit about what you want, because if you just for code, it will give you code, but if you tell it like run it in the context of the Napari, sure, then it's a different thing.
Okay. Yes. It was tracked. Let's see if it's getting divisions. Okay, it didn't get division, but that's okay. Cell tracking is hard. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have a job.
Yeah. No, but I'm impressed. Oh, actually, it was a division. Maybe this is just a brand new cell. But I'm actually impressed. I didn't know that this was gonna work.
So Ilan, there's a question in the chat by Raghavan. Raghavan, do you want to go ahead and ask it, or I can ask it on your behalf? Okay,
Yeah,
so Raghavan.
These are amazing tools. It's really cool. So here we actually addressing step by step, right? So for example, you first do the segmentation, then you do the tracking, then probably we want to do some visualization. And especially, so it was nice that you highlighted this problem of whether it is able to identify the cell division, the cell split, and then it is able to get two different tracks for the daughter cells. So there are these steps. Is it possible to have all these things integrated into one pipeline so that you can run this for a batch of data sets?
Yes, definitely. Because especially if you are working deploying pipelines, and if you're working with LangChain, and then you can build agents, you can build workflows, you can put this MCP server right there. So that's definitely possible, and you can just use it as just a regular MCP because it can be run in a headless mode, in the sense that it doesn't need to have a proper interface. You can run in a server, so you can have a batch of 500 Napari-MCP agents, and they just trying to do different stuff. They can provide ways of automatically analyzing data, So if I want to do some really simple stuff that like, oh, is this image out of focus? This is something that the Napari-MCP could provide a way to try to integrate into the pipeline.
Yeah, sure. Thanks very much.
Yeah. I actually want to, I have a data set here. Should be, oh. Was the one. This one. So it will try to check in the folder, but it also can download from internet. I'm not downloading from internet because the server from Self-Tracking Challenge, it takes a while to download this data set. What I want to do, yeah, I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to track the data set. What I want him to do is that please take a screenshot of the first images. 15 images. CO. Just use the right. Yeah. I want you to find the first division that's happening. This data set. Please use only your vision for that. So it actually detected that significant changes happen. There's a very round bright cell in the lower center. Perfect. I can now clearly see that what appears to be the result of cell division. So it's actually only using vision, it detected that this was a cell mitosis. not using any line of code. It's just detected. So and the installation is pretty simple. I will provide the package is already on PyPy. You can just use it. I will provide an easier way to install it, but currently you can just go in library, applications, publications. Oh, it's not this file.
So, Ilan, people are asking, about whether this is Claude and Napari or if there's also Omega involved. Omega is not involved here.
No.
So what Ilan made is a package called Napari-MCP. And you need Claude desktop, for example. You need Napari, of course, and you need the Napari-MCP package together with Napari.
Yeah. And by just adding these lines into the list of MCP servers, you can just have access to Napari. The only thing that you need, though, is UV. UV is a package manager, just like pip, and it's very easy to install. You can just go into the website, just search for UV Python manager.
So maybe
and
what we need to
yeah.
do is maybe show the repo where you have
Oh
Napari.
yeah.
And all the instructions, if they're not
Yes.
already, they will be there.
Yeah,
So
it's all here.
follow instructions.
Yeah. You just need to install UV, but if you just add those lines of code, you can just use Napari-MCP. But the best way to do that is actually you can call. I didn't show that. But you can expose your Napari, because Napari-MCP is also a Napari widget. So you can expose your current application. And that's very cool because you can, if you have a very specialized environment, and you need to run some tools that maybe Cloud Code, the Cloud Desktop won't be able to download or install it, you can just use it. Just run Napari in your environment. Make sure to have installed Napari-MCP and just load the plugin. And as soon as you start the server, the Cloud Desktop will detect that there is a external Napari application running. And yeah, this is the
So Ilan,
what?
but you have to configure Cloud Desktop somehow, right?
Yes, I need to configure the same way that.
Can you show in Cloud Code, because I think we have to be explicit with these things. Can
Yes,
you show?
yes.
Can you show in the Cloud Desktop where you do that?
Yeah. So the Cloud Desktop, it's kind of tricky. So if you go in settings, you go into developer, and you can just edit the config, and this config file will have the list of MCP servers, but you can, in the next days, I will provide a tool to auto install this JSON, so you don't need to manually type the UV run Napari-MCP, so you don't need to do that. But yeah, with just that, you can just use Cloud Desktop. You can use to run Napari or to connect with external Napari viewer.
So I think what we should do is we should have a. So we're gonna release this officially, right? You know.
Yeah.
Social. This is a bit of a. You have a peek preview there. You guys have a bit.
Mhm.
So we'll probably have a maybe Ilan, you can make a video.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Step-by-step video that we can put on Pro.
Yeah.
And we will advertise a little bit this in a very explicit way, and then because I think, you know, I personally think that's the future of doing things, and all these tools, you know, Codex, you know, Cloud Desktop, Cloud Code, they're just incredible, and you know, a lot of what I did in Omega was to kind of invent and pre-invent some of these things, but there's no need to invent the wheel anymore. So it's just the MCP server gives access to these tools that are developed by professionals now, and they optimize the connection with Python and Napari, and that's all you need.